So growing up, one of my favorite characters was Batman. I think it was the idea of the Dark Knight and an epic battle of good versus evil really caught my attention. But I never ever asked, what happens next? What happens after the bad guys have been caught? I mean, the imprisonment seems so final, justice done, right? I also never thought to ask, what happens if they've got a wife, a child? How does the imprisonment affect them? Now, these are very important questions because across the world, imprisonment levels are rising. This in Ireland, they recently rose over 100% in just 4 years. This means more families are being affected, with over 8,000 children impacted in Ireland on any given day. Now, some people will say these children are better off without a father like this, and in some cases, they are better off. But from working with disadvantaged communities, I can see that imprisonment merely adds another layer of disadvantage in an already difficult situation. Now, my current research shows me that imprisoning parents merely creates broken homes, increases poverty, increases stigma, social isolation, mental health and educational difficulties. It also increases the likelihood that these children will go on to offend themselves in the future. Imprisonment is not working for our families and it's not working for our communities. What my research does, as I ask, is there a different way? What if imprisonment isn't a final solution, but the chance of a new beginning? A family with an imprisoned father is a family that needs support. And let's face it, these fathers are coming out of prison at some point, and the degree to which they reintegrate into our society can depend on how well we have prepared them and their families for that event. So what I do, I go into communities, I talk to offenders, I talk to their families, I talk to their children. I follow the children as they grow and progress through childhood. I measure mental health, attachment, education, and I see how have they been impacted by the incarceration. And from this, I assess what supports are needed for these families. Now, the advantage of doing this is that prisoners who maintain a positive relationship with their families are 6 times less likely to reoffend. Families are protected from the most negative aspects of the imprisonment, breaking the cycle of intergenerational offending. Now, the good thing for me is my research is having a real impact. It was delivered to the Department of Justice by the Taoiseach and Minister for Justice. It's been delivered to TUSLA, the Irish Prison Service, and family agencies supporting these families. And as of this year, it currently is forming the basis of national policy supporting these families, protecting our society, and changing how we view our prison system. So, thank you very much.